If I go get my iPad fixed, you know.
Jah guide me, Jah guide me. Tell them I don't really care what the haters wanna say at the end of the day. Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. I me say I don't give a shoe what nobody wanna do. Why am me not you? Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. Blessings are shower me heart no evil. Mankind are some wicked people. Jah and you me calling, me praying to you so often. I Sheba the diva. Jah guide me, Jah guide me. Tell them I don't really care what the haters wanna say at the end of the day. Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. I me say I don't give a shoe what nobody wanna do. Why am me not you? Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. Blessings are shower me heart no evil. Mankind are some wicked people. Them will bring you down just for rise. Try everything in your powers. Jah have me covered. No worry, come me govern. My dark clouds turning into blue skies. And to the hills I lift my eyes and say thank you, Jah, Jah, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, Jah, Jah, for guiding me every day.
Everybody share.
Yeah.
Everybody share. Everybody like and share. Everybody like and share before me start. Everybody share. Everybody share. This is a brand new Sheba coming out pretty soon. Everybody share.
Jah and you me calling, me praying to you so often. I Sheba the diva. Jah guide me, Jah
Everybody share.
guide me. Tell them I don't really care what the haters wanna say at the end of the day. Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. I me say I don't give a shoe what nobody wanna do. Why am me not you? Who don't hate if they love me? Jah alone can judge me. Blessings are shower me heart no evil. Mankind are some wicked people. Them will bring you down just for rise. Try everything in your powers. Jah have me covered. No worry, come me govern. My dark clouds turning into blue skies. And to the hills I lift my eyes and say thank you, Jah, Jah, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, Jah, Jah, for guiding me every day. Yeah. Thank you, Jah, Jah, for being my guide and protector. Thank you, Jah, Jah, for listening when I pray. Them can't.
Wagwan people, you know, so I can't play it up because it's a brand new Sheba coming out on the compilation. You know Sheba from Vibes Cartel School. You know, it's about Dr. Love. It's Sunday. It's Sunday evening. And big up to every one of you. Hopefully every one of you is fine. Yes, I get a haircut yesterday. My first compilation will be dropping November 13th. The date has been final and confirmed. November 13th will be the release date for my compilation featuring Tony Rebel, Anthony B, Esco Levi, Davel, Pinchaz, Everton Blender, Deli Ranks, Abby Dallas, Tamika Marshall, Mark Batson, Ed Robinson, Oh Jesus, so much people is on it. As a Mystic and Conflict Kapashanti, Sheba, Marlon Christie, so much big name, Tony Rebel. So much big name is on my first compilation that will be dropping November 13th. So as soon as the pre-order and everything is finalized, I lost weight. Yeah, I lost a lot of weight because I stopped do certain things. Stop eat certain things. So yeah, but I'm healthy. I go to doctor and I'm healthy. There's no problem and so forth. Yeah, I lose a lot of weight. Yeah, face look maga like maga dog. Yeah, but anyway, it's Sunday. I don't know. Sometimes I bring forth some topic and all of that, and some of you may like me. Some of you don't like me. Some of you may say, this big nose boy, I love to talk, and love to come on and talk, and in love to talk about the government, in love to put them down, him have a lot of things to say, he have no facts and all that you guys have to say. You have to understand that I have a constitution right, and I would always live up to my constitution right. I would always voice my opinion whether you like it or not. My program is not about politics and try to look attention or try to look big. My name is already big already. You can't change that. But however, I'm not the same doctor of that I don't know from then. I've changed a lot of things around my environment. I've changed a lot of things in my life, but I still, at the end of the day, still maintain to bring you guys information that needed and to try to help you to cope with certain things and all of that. And that's what I'm about. That I'm about just speak my mind, whether you like it or not. Then some of you say that, well, you don't need to speak your mind, you need to hold it back. Well, I'm not one of those person. You see, I born with a mouth, I born to talk, I born to voice my opinion. I will always voice my opinion whether you like it or not. You understand? Even if I don't like you, the fact of the matter is that if you're doing good, I'm gonna say you're doing good. If you're doing bad, I'm gonna say you're doing bad. Just like I'm a Trump supporter, and I will always be a Trump supporter because I support Trump for many reasons, right? I don't support the government of Jamaica. A lot of them, I don't support them. I don't support the Prime Minister under any circumstances. You know what I mean? Whether yesterday, whether today, well, at some point in the beginning, yes, I was for him until I find out and then I realize a lot of things and so forth. But you can't deal with them with intelligence. You don't have to disrespect them and tell them out upon them mother and whatever it is. You understand what I say? You can't let them know. Now, talking about them is not a matter of they're gonna do something about what you said, but you as the public can do something about what I said, or you can look into it and try to figure how you can be prepared for things. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? You can learn from me. Some of you may learn, some of you may not learn. That's just what it is. Now you need people like me out there. Unfortunately, some of you need people like me out there because people like me that will speak for some of you or highlight you on a lot of things that need to be highlighted, right? Now there's a lot of things that's going on in around our surrounded. I live here in the United States of America, and I can tell you, I love it being here. I have no problem being here. It's just what it is. And I'm glad that I got the opportunity at a young age that I can come to the US, that I can better my life, that I can educate some of you, and I can look forward for the future. So I have kids over here. You know what I mean? When me there in Jamaica, I never have no pity, me a young youth and so forth. And I didn't know any better. You see, my parents didn't know any better. My grandparents didn't know any better. But because I know better, as growing up and so forth and exposed to things in life that we need to know about, then I'm going to do better for me. I'm going to do better for my kids. I may not be the great father in the world, but guess what happened? Whatever I know, I will try to teach them. And whatever you know, you got to teach them. Because remember this, your kids never asked to be here under any circumstances. You chose to have sex and create a family. So they come here because of you. And yes, you're going to say, well, them come here because of God and so forth. You know what I mean? Okay, whatever you want to say. But I realize that with a lot of us Jamaican, we are very naive, we are very stupid, and we are easy to be manipulated about a lot of things, right? We are easy to be fooled with things and all of that. And when somebody like me talk the truth, or don't like it, or go against it, and say whatever it is, but I don't care because I have a constitution right. I have a mouth to talk, and I'm going to talk. Now, as far as what's going on and so forth, you guys need to learn what I'm saying and listen to what I'm saying. And you can pick sense out of nonsense. and try to figure if what I'm saying makes sense to you, because it makes sense to the people who know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, and want to do better. We have a big outbreak in Jamaica. Before we even go to that, let's talk about this. I just want to ask a question because I seems not to know, right? I want to know if I see Kanye West in Jamaica. And the question I want to ask, did Kanye West, normally, because I didn't see it, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, the last time Kanye West come to Jamaica and so forth, we know that Kanye West was in Jamaica. He came the same doing gospel or whatever he was doing. We know. I want to know, when did Kanye West come to Jamaica? And did Kanye West go on the quarantine like everybody else? Did he come on a private jet? Because the last time he was there, he came on a private jet. So I want to know if there was a private jet that was landed in Jamaica and Kanye West and him cranky by them come off of the plane and did not quarantine, because we just see him surface out of nowhere and I haven't seen anything in the media that he was coming or he's there. And normally you see things like that. I saw him in the studio with Buju Banton and so forth. And as always, remember this. In Jamaica, people that are in position, celebrities, always get away with a lot of things. If you're not a celebrity and you're broke and pauperized, you don't get away with anything and so forth. You're not in that shoes. So I want to know if Kanye West quarantined for his 14 days. When did he come to Jamaica? Because we see him in a studio working Buju. And he was in a studio and there was no dust mask. I don't see my van in a dust mask. Not that I see. So I'm just asking a question. Did he quarantine? What? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out what's what. Sunday, where I go on? Indeed, the code. We attack Sunday. So anyway, now people want you to understand this. There's a lot of problem going on in Jamaica. And there's a lot of problem about to start in Jamaica. Right? We're about to have a war. We're about to have an upstir in Jamaica. And why I say we're about to have a war, we're about to have an upstir in Jamaica. The upstir and the war that's going to happen is the people who have sense. The people who have a brain and the people that know what's going on. The people that care about Jamaica and the people that don't want to be sacrificed. No, I want you to listen to everything I gotta say. Right? Okay. Right? Now, I want to ask you a question, people. Do you choose life or you chose vaccine? Now, I will always talk about the man that same is in charge of Jamaica. Right? I will always talk about him. Because let me tell you something. Some of you are naive and some of you use politics. Everything is about politics. And even when somebody do wrong, you still tell them somebody do right because you don't like the person. It's an uneducated move and it's a stupid move. Now, I was watching the news and I saw where we have, I'm not going to use the word them don't mean no. We have tent set up as a hospital. Tent set up as a hospital that can hold up to 70 people. And I said, okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Now, let me show you how these people that said that they are leaders are some wicked set of people. They are such a wicked set of people. No, I never said that the man was say him in charge of Jamaica. I never said that he bring COVID come to Jamaica. Let's please. I never said that the man that said I run Jamaica bring COVID come to Jamaica. But I will tell you this. The man that's running Jamaica now, that is the leader, is a wicked person. Right? He's a wicked person. And you have to look out for you. If you're going to put your life and depend on him to save you or protect you and your kids, you have something else coming. Because they will never save you and they will never protect you. Because when they're making their deal, you are nowhere there when the deal is making. You only hear about something that they want to tell you. Now, let's use a little bit of politics in it. You have the PMP and you have the Jamaica Labour Party. All of this was a setup. All of this, I want to listen to me and say, logic. All of this is a setup, right? Now, the PMP did not win because there's no way in the world they could have win. Not because of they're doing a poor job, but because a lot of things that they was not a part of when everything was taking place. A lot of things happened behind closed door. And whether you believe it or not, the PMP was the only source we have to give us certain information. I try to put the fire on them. Because when the PMP, when them hide things from the PMP and the PMP, we know the PMP want to be in a power. So guess what happened? It's like a messenger. They're bringing the information to you as the public, but because you're using politics and you're literate self, you don't pay attention to what the PMP is saying. So when them tell us that them try to poison you from the PMP, they're actually telling you the truth, because at the end of the day, telling you the truth will always believe in them and will always give them a seat. But what the PMP did not understand and did not know that this was bigger than them. And there was a lot of dark secret that was kept hidden by the Jamaica Labour Party. Now, the Jamaica Labour Party was, everything was organized, supposed to happen a certain time. Now, check this. The logic. As a Jamaican, when we have 100 cases, the PMP was always talking about the 100 cases we have. They must always put in fire on the Jamaica Labour Party that they're not telling you the information. When I came out in the beginning and tell you how much cases we have and what's going to happen, and I said that I eat that, and some believe and some did not believe. They say one turn around and saying that they don't know. The Prime Minister turned around and said, out of his mouth, and I will find the video and post it, he don't understand how sources are getting information that don't supposed to be given to the public. He want to find out who are giving out this information, because the information have been given to the public before them, the government giving the information. They're talking about people like me, because the information was given out. Now the information was coming from credible sources, right? It wasn't me alone have the information, but I did a live about it. However, when we have 100 cases, when we have 10 cases as a matter of fact, it was a case that could have been controlled. When we have 20 cases, 30 cases, 40 and 50 and reach to 100, it still could have been controlled, right? The PMP was still saying that the Prime Minister should have controlled it and do more. Them tell the PMP, them say, them don't know what they talk about, and I know them in a power, so them don't want to listen to them. So one time they start to disrespect the PMP, they want to tell them, say, them they're in a power. The PMP, them say, all right, when they're in a power, then guess what happened then? And me and Uno and the public. So what the PMP started, start to give us the legitimate information. Remember, I've interviewed, I think the guy named Dr. Guy from the PMP, right? I interviewed him when this whole thing started, right? And a lot of things that he have said, it have come to light right now that he was not lying about it. They're giving you the legitimate information because they were in Parliament when a lot of meeting. And people on the Labour Party was giving out information because they and people in the PMP is actually friends. So it's like say, me I give Sandy information and Sandy I give me information. Is them farmers up there? Anyway, the Prime Minister called a curfew, a lockdown bull beer. Everybody start to get panic and so forth, right? Right? Everybody start to get panic. All right? I want to say that he might do a good job. He's doing a great job and all of that. I want to for him, right? I thought at that point that he was actually being there for you, the Jamaican citizen. But as time goes by, I realized that it was all a story, right? Now listen to this now. Let's make this very clear. Now, why you should never trust the Prime Minister under any circumstances, right? There's a lot of reasons why. When he called the curfew and so forth, right? It was all good. It could have been controlled at that point. We have a choice and we have the resource to control it. He did not. Now, whatever meeting happened with him and outsiders, now there's things that we don't know as the public because we are not in their meeting, but all government officials, they all talk. They all make their commitment and their agreement. What go happen? And them can't tell you because if them tell you it's going to be a problem. And every butter upon mouth. When butter upon mouth, them are going to work with the butter upon the mouth and now give it to you. Now check this now. That happened and so forth. Before all of this, when the medical ship from the US came to Jamaica and so forth, it was a big upstore and a big whatever it is and it disappeared. All right. Nobody know what it was. Everybody's life was doing good while the virus was in China. We was here relaxing. Don't think that it would ever be like this. Okay. All of a sudden, everybody's life stopped. All right. The Prime Minister there, Jamaican, ma do and ma tell you a bag of things and so forth. Here comes him bringing the man who say my health minister. Don't know how he get health minister in the first place. I can't answer that question, right? But I'm not here to disrespect anybody. I'm here to talk. Now check this now. The United States of America always have an interest overnight in Jamaica, and it was always brought to us after all deals are made. So when the case reach at 200 and 300 and so forth, and it go up and so forth, the Prime Minister, they have all the interest at that moment in front of you as the public, saying that he's going to try his best to try and contain this virus that it don't spread. He was taking all the precaution that should be taken, right? We say, all right, give and take. When the case reach about 1,000, the Prime Minister lose all interest. He not have no more interest again in this, right? Right? He not have no interest in it again. Him lose hope in it. Him just let go of everything. So all right, watch and the number keep climbing. They come up with a plan. They come up with a plan that they know that the plan was never going to be a long-term thing. It was only a temporary thing. You, the public, right? You, the public, believe everything that they said. When they came out with the plan, and the PMP, Dr. Peter Phillips and other people from the PMP were saying that that plan that they have is not working, and there's more can be done. On the cost them and say that they might hear that, and they might try to put down the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is doing a good job. These are the literate people, who don't know any better, that just believe in a person. All right. On the fight the PMP, them stay, whatever it is, and so forth. Right? It always come true. You know it always come true. So anyway, listen to this now. As time goes by and so forth, through the whole process and so forth, the Prime Minister keep repeating the draft, that the blueprint that he have laid out in the first place. So when him do the curfew thing and so forth, and keep repeating the curfew, and keep changing the time, and go up and go down and so forth. So me I say, something not right, man, something confusing. So watch where I go on as time goes by. Now check this now. Everybody on this earth right now have been affected by this virus, and always gonna be affected by this virus. Now, as I said, we don't know what have happened behind closed door. We know it's a whole thing happened behind closed door that uno go suffer feet. The people them who sit down like them have no sense, are no picnic, are go suffer feet. Because there's a choice. Now, anyway, during the whole process of when the Prime Minister started to talk about this whole COVID, he wasn't wearing no mask. He was inside of a press conference. There was no mask, no way to be found. One time, I don't remember who it was, somebody started to complain and said that, that the Prime Minister don't have no mask. The next press conference he had, then he started to wear masks, right? Okay? You watch where I go on. I sit down and observe and I watch where I go on. All right? Now, election was up in the year before COVID, and when COVID just started, election was up in the year same way. So me I watch where I go on and watch where I go on and so forth and all that, and the confusion that's going back and forth and all that. Me I say, this not add up. Something not add up and so forth. So when the Prime Minister said he might go lock the border, right? When he might go lock the border, me say, okay, at least he might do something good. But I know that the border was never going to be locked for a long time. It was only going to be a temporary thing, right? Because I know what's going to happen. I always come back and say that if you're a Prime Minister and you're coming in and run a country, our reserve money that we have, right, are for things like this, right? When time all I want to start upstir and start that one bag of sitting and back and forth and blah, 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 and all that and so forth. You know what the Prime Minister do? The Prime Minister say, all right, since them make them deal whoever it is and now I go and them say, yo, happen, but we'll give them a care package, right? A care package. Let me see something, because I want to make sure when me are talking to them, I like to make sure me make sense, you know. Let me see how much is 10,000 Jamaican in US.
10,000 Jamaican dollars equals 70 United States dollars and 53 cents.
What is the minimum wage in Jamaica?
Here's a summary from Jamaica Gleaner. The government, on the advice of the National Minimum Wage Commission, announced a 12.9% increase in the national minimum wage from $6,200 to $7,000 per week.
So, check this now. So the minimum wage in Jamaica is $6,200 to $7,000. The care package was $10,000. That is only 70 US. So what the Prime Minister did and so forth, them come up with a plan to shut UNO up as the stupid one, the licky one them, and go on a care package of a minimum wage of $10,000, right? When I heard about care package, I said, okay, maybe they might get 120 or 130,000 and so forth, because there's no way you are going to have 3 pitney, right? Or 4 pitney, and 10,000 can do you and your man, and 4 pitney, and pay also. Then give you 1 minimum wages, right? The hungry belly people them were greedy, run go take the 10,000 care packages, right? And feel like it was good. And all kind of video was making and so forth and blah, 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 blah. He was the greatest Prime Minister. Him do all of that to take the mind away from certain things. And while him do that and go even to the care package, they might make them plan and they know exactly what's been going on for this whole time. There's no more care package. And what you have to go through to get the care package, you've been through a lot, and some people never get the care packages and so forth. It's a minimum wage that you have got for a care package. You say, all right, watch that and all of that. I know there was something up the sleeve. So I say, if you ever give 10,000 for your care package and so forth in a timeless and people don't have any job, right? What happened to our money that's in reserve? What happened to the money? How comes that's $10,000 is all you can give to the people, which is only 70 US, which is minimum wages of $6,200 to $7,000. Watch how I go and see where the PMP still put out the information and still tell the truth. I say, all right, no problem and so forth. Now, during the midst of that, the Prime Minister turned around and said that, well, all Jamaican, like, I don't want to lie upon him, all of us is going to catch COVID. Right in the midst of them giving the $10,000. As soon as they give it $10,000, he made that announcement. All Jamaican is pretty much going to have to live with it. And so I say, okay. So why them get the 10,000 and spend the 10,000? He might lick them with it because they know the truth of the matter and what is going to happen. All right. Let's go back to this now. That happened and so forth. Them come up with a blueprint. And the blueprint that them come up with and so forth, them say, yeah, what go happen and now? Here what happen on the blueprint now. We lock down the border, nothing come in, nothing go out. Everybody feels safe and we say, yes, them have a plan. Even me I support the plan. It was not too long from that. We hear that there's a plan come up where the border is going to be open and they're going to let in people, which there was a lot of Jamaica that was stranded at sea that could not come into the country because they refused to let them into the country. But at the same time, there was outsiders that was coming to the country, which is tourists and people on private jet that was coming into the country saying without no check-in. All right, people are out of job and people are frustrated and people are scared and all kind of things are going. It's all right. Watch what I go and say. But listen to him and all that and so forth. I was expecting election was going to call a long time ago. You know what I do? Then go on the dinner table and then pull back everything and then sit down and come up with a plan to fool all our right? All right. You have to have an authorization to go to Jamaica. I can say that is a good thing. It's a good thing to have authorization. But the one thing I did not know about this whole authorization, because me get caught up in the authorization and so forth, it is a tracking of documenting how much people and all the name of everyone that entered Jamaica, especially who is a Jamaican. Why would you need an authorization to enter Jamaica in the first place? Scratch your head. I want to listen to me say now. Why would you need an authorization to enter Jamaica in the first place and you did not take a COVID test? Stop right there, son. Okay. So, them start a COVID test that they were doing to come into the country. When I notice that the whole COVID thing come to a standstill suddenly, while before it come to suddenly, the PMP them was licking out against it and said it's still not enough, and them lock them down and kick them out of the meet and never they want to be a part of it. So I say, okay, you need an authorization to enter Jamaica. What is the purpose of an authorization to enter Jamaica? You go up online and you fill out your information, put in all the information, and you need to do it 72 hours, if I'm not lying, before you travel. Okay? So you get the approval very fast. Then the time with them to say I get the approval, it come through within 5 minutes or 10 minutes or within an hour, you get the approval. So you get your paper now and you go to Jamaica with it. You can't go on the plane unless you have it. It do no good to the airline from the United States, right? That's what you think. But guess what happened? It do a lot of good to them and it do a lot of good to Jamaica, because guess what happened? They have to work. They have to have documentation to prove that the money they have get on all the plans that have been made, they can show where it have go. So when you get the authorization, you land at Jamaica, you then take it and then ask for your authorization. What is the purpose of the authorization? What is the real meaning of it? It's not a COVID test, because you can have COVID and you get a piece of paper that shows you can come in the country. And then after that now, this is what them do now. Right? Them say, okay, when you land, them ask you all the questions if you've been around in the body and blah, blah, blah. Them not give no test. Them ask you if you have a phone. The phone now is to track you. Okay? Then them say, you have a, what's it name, thermometer, whatever I want name. Check your temperature and send it in to them. That is all a cover-up. It's all a foolishness. It don't make no sense. Right? They are telling you that they're doing enough, but they're not doing enough. There's a lot of things behind the scene we don't know about. Okay. Then now, after you go down there, you do all the authorization and take the people and ask all kind of question, blah, 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 blah. 4,000 people go in, at least 3,500 of them is not in no quarantine. Then just let them go. Because when the people are tired, that's that. Have you ever sit and ask yourself, why, right? Why do the Jamaican government need an authorization? What is the purpose of having an authorization? What is the purpose of having an authorization? Okay, tourists have to have authorization. That is okay, because it goes for everybody. Okay, let's break it down and reach on to the logic of it now and so forth, right? We have an outbreak in Jamaica, a big outbreak in Jamaica that's about to get serious, right? You don't have anybody to represent you or anybody to save you from this. But one thing I can tell you, you will be sacrificed. Your kids will be in problem if you do not protect your kids. Your four parents and your grandmother and your mama never know any better and couldn't read. So when we are going to school and we have to take a vaccine, we never have no choice but to take the vaccine, because if we don't take the vaccine, then we can't go to school. Okay. Sandy, me never want to touch certain things. I will touch certain things right now, and that video will come down. Anyway, listen to this now. During the process of all of this and so forth that's going on, every single Jamaican, included me, but you see, because me unrolling and nobody can compromise my organ under any circumstances, me not work for certain things, and me not go for certain things. I'm glad my kids are not there, because guess what happened? You, the people that support them and encourage them, are going to end up in a lot of problem. Boom, rest this up. Now check this now. Every one of you that go to Jamaica with an authorization, that are a Jamaican, worse if you have a Jamaican passport and so forth, you're going to find yourself in a position that you have to take a vaccine. You're going to have to take a vaccine to be there. The rules are about to change, right? Let me tell you something. People that are known and people that are exposed out there and so forth, right? If you look at how the death rate shall go up high, everything have been cut down. Everything stands still for you as the regular civilians, but not for the government. All right. Let's go back. while you have to have an authorization to enter the country and so forth, right? Then put people that's supposed to be helping you that don't know nothing about anything about computer or what it is. Them are last to it, right? Rest that that's all. Now, with all that process are going on and so forth, the Prime Minister are doing things little at a time. In the midst of everything, when we have the outbreak again, when everything start go high and the death rate start go up and so forth, them start going on the right count. After some number then going high, the Prime Minister call election. Why would you call election in a time like now when we have an outbreak? What is the reason of calling election? Okay, here's where it goes on now. Everything is our plan and everything is a blueprint. And it's only the stupid one them will always find themselves in a certain situation. Because guess what happened? Don't matter what the PMP have done. Right? Those Jamaican citizens, everybody have to have an authorization. Every single body that enter. The tourists, them have to have an authorization, but that's a cover-up. Them don't really have to have one, but them have to make it go for everybody. It's a trick. Anyway, the Prime Minister, whatever the PMP have done, the PMP couldn't win the election. The PMP could have never win. Because what he did, when the PMP was getting close to everything and I start to leak out information and so forth, right? They realized that PMP them might get too close to everything and the PMP them might let out everything, but only the public are going to know and the body has started at this upstart, them call election power. When them call election was called suddenly. They know the result was going to happen when they call election. But them do it because they was under pressure to call it. Because if they never call election, it was going to be a big problem. Now check this, election call. You have a rules as a leader that said that nobody must go outside, no gathering. But if you call election and so forth, the money that we have in a reserve, some of our money in a reserve. Because at the end of the day, we are taxpayer. Right? Some of our money, because when they send money through Western and all that and blah, 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 all the way have to go through and blah, blah, and so forth, we all pay taxes somewhere or the other. Some of our money from reserve was used to finance the election. And I want to know who is the secret person and behind the scene who helped to finance the election and so forth. So it don't make a difference how much money PMP have, then couldn't win the election. All of that is a game. Alright? What he did, he called election and sent out, make everybody go to go campaign and no mask and this and blah, blah, blah. Boom, in Jasper and back it. So what he did before that, him open up things where you can go out and go to the beach and have a little bit of fun. Nobody don't pay attention to that. All of a sudden, in go like this, boom. Close everything again. The numbers spike high. Alright, rest this up. Here comes election. Why election and everybody, when the campaign are going and so forth, right? The numbers are going high. Him jab at down the curtain and say, okay, no more campaigning. Because guess what happened? It's to get all of you out there, all of you stupid idiot out there to go out there to campaign and vote and take a little bit of money. You could not get money to feed on a family, but only get money through election time. Well, guess what happened? Only get $10,000, $120,000. It's the same thing. Only get as a minimum wage and so forth and don't even know. Right? Anyway, that go on and so forth. Now, ventilator. Here comes ventilator. We never hear about ventilator in a long while. All of a sudden we say we get ventilator again. We have bought so much ventilator. Where the money come from? Where does the money come from? Nobody know. Alright? Boom. That's sit down right there, so. Nowhere in the history of Jamaica, you not tell me Labour right have ever win an election like that. You not say everything was a rig. You not notice everything is a rig. Eh? If when you look on the map, the orange the right here, so, and the green go right over. You not say that you not say that's a trick and it's a rig. You see, true, me not going to tell you to make anybody come and come interrupt me right now. That person here, all, I'm going to get rid of you quick and fast. Please and thank you. Alright, thank you. Me get rid of you quick and fast. Anyway, win the election. Numbers spike high. When I about on the business, 70 and over must stay home. Because 70 or older, they are at risk to go on the road. But the young people, them know what about like dog. Them get to go up on the road. Party cut out a certain time. Go on and go on, I don't know what you are going. Yeah, what happened now? All of a sudden, it is now. What the words I use? I don't want to use the wrong word. There's a word that them use like myself, but is not contact trace anymore. Something like that. So them are like say, this is anybody can catch you know. So when I try to say the virus is out there, so anybody can pick you up. Dog, cat, anybody can pick you up. Alright, that go on and go on. Here comes a press conference now. Election win and big talk happen and so forth. Everybody win clean sweep, but the job was for everybody not to win. The little people them when I win, they're not supposed to win. It's all a big joke, but they still have a position, even though them lose, them still have a job. Them still find somewhere to put them regardless at the end of the day. Wow. Eh? Thank you, community spread. So every community in Jamaica now is community spread. So every community in Jamaica, everybody in there have virus. Okay? Alright, boom. That happened. Here comes the news now. Well, the United States of America have been so good with us. And I've always been there for Jamaica under all circumstances that they give us some mobile hospital, because guess what happened? We don't have enough beds and enough facilities. So the United States of America have been so generous and gave us some tent for hospital. Wait a minute. But we in the US. And there's New York City where the spread where them could even get mobile hospital in the beginning of a ventilator. So how is it that the United States of America just be so generous of all the rest of the Caribbean country and just give us some hospital to accommodate 70? How comes we never hear about this in the beginning and say we was gonna get some hospital from the United States of America? How comes we just hear about it? Suddenly say this a go happen. And not only that we hear about it, it have been setting up by the United States of America. Suddenly. Have you heard about it before? Eh? Alright. Who is gonna be the doctors them that don't know about COVID? That is gonna be under the tent. Who is the doctors that's gonna be under the tent? Okay. It's called preparation of destroying your organs, because you're gonna have to have a choice as a Jamaican. Yeah, what gonna happen now? One of the people out there. So this what happened. You see, everybody have to be a guinea pig at some point, especially black country. There's gonna be a vaccine. You see, we take vaccine when we are kid that grew up and go to school and we never have a choice. But now drunker like we have a choice that have sense. Anyway, suddenly here comes the United States giving us tent. They're providing us with all the support that we need. So therefore, we're grateful for them to come in and give us the tent, because our hospital cannot hold nobody. There's about to be a bigger outbreak. It's about to be a problem, and you need to get ready for it. Let's stop right there, so. Right? Well, as the leader of Jamaica that love the people so much and love you so much, now we get the PMP out of the way and push them a corner. Them not have no chance of been coming in anything anytime soon. So now we get rid of the cockroaches. I am gonna make every Jamaican get vaccine free. You don't have to pay for it and you don't have to go on and nothing. I wanted to process that for a minute. We are going to make every Jamaican get free vaccine. We're going to make it free for everybody. Do you have a choice? Think about it for a minute. Do you have a choice? Yes or no? Me have a choice. Me have a constitution, right? Me have a choice. Okay? Let's break it down and give it to you. Give it the true logic. Right? You're gonna have a choice. You're gonna take the vaccine. If you take the vaccine, you don't have to wear a mask. But if you don't take the vaccine, the compromising and the risk of your organs and your health, they're gonna make it mandatory and make it so scary to you that is going to force the idiot them to go take it. So sooner or later, people that take the vaccine don't have to wear any dust mask, because once they take the vaccine, it controls your whole body and it will protect you from getting COVID. So you can walk around and go wherever you want to go, but you will not get COVID because you take the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine, here's what's going to happen. It's always going to be a problem. You can't go back to your workplace because our workplace going to have to present a documents to show that all workers take the vaccine. If you don't take the vaccine and so forth, you can't get a visa. You have to have proof. So you all Jamaican that is a idiot have to take the vaccine. Because they know that Jamaica is hot. That's number one. We always have a heat problem. And nobody don't want to walk around with any dust mask. People don't like it. Now your kids have to take vaccine in order to go back to school. This is a good opportunity and a good time as you as a parent to play a great role in your kids' life and make a choice. Not for you, but make a choice for them. Listen to me, I say, it's logic, Your kids go have to take a vaccine. It's going to be mandatory in order to go to school. Check this now. They make an announcement that your kids' school is going to reopen. Why would you reopen school when you have an outbreak and it's about to get major? Don't you see that them have got you by the bars where you're not going to have a choice? Because them know say somehow no. Some of the daddy them not did it. Some of the mother them careless. Some of the father them careless. And them know say somebody have to go work to send a picnic them go to school. So them know say you're not going to let your picnic at your yard by themselves. So guess what happened? You're going to have to send a picnic go to school, so you're going to have to go take a vaccine because your picnic cannot go to school. Or if they do go to school, they have to take a vaccine. Remember the vaccine thing, this start from how much years ago, Here comes another thing that's even worse than when we take it. Right? You can't go to embassy go apply for a visa anymore unless you show that. Unless you show that you take the vaccine. This boy a chat fart and him just love chat off him out because he's thinking intelligent than everybody else. Is that really what you're sitting there thinking, or you really think about this? And I say, but we have a war upon our hand. We have a big problem about to break out. How we going to deal with this one and so forth? Well, if either me go and save my life or me go save my picnic life, because my picnic need my picnic to live. You're not thinking, right? You're not thinking on a fella. On a fella wagon, right? Alright. Let me tell you something. Before you soon hear, between now and the end of the month or before that, you soon hear say, we have nurses and doctors that fly in, not even flying, flow in from the United States on a private jet to come and assist us with the major outbreak that we're about to have. And here comes the vaccine that's going to drop. Everything have been planned, everything have been organized. Our leaders come together, how this are going to work and what going to happen. And the one who love money, unfortunately, them get them little money. So I want to ask some people a question. Una going to put politics in this? Or una going to sit down and be an idiot and just sit down and say, oh, this and all that. Let me tell you something. I really do believe, right? Yes, I did hear about the body bag. I really do believe that, people. I don't want to talk about politics. We need to stick to the PMP, them. We need to stick to them. We need to listen to them. Because them is the only source we have. Them dismantle the PMP, them, because guess what happened in the idea? I not try to bring politics. Then dismantle them and take them out of certain things, because the one them where they have certain power could say certain things. Them no hinna that no more. Them take away all of the seat them have to take away. Because when them take away them seat there, them have to go find some other ways to get the information and can tell only the public. And the little one they would do get the little seat and so forth. Then they really reach no position to even sit down up on the rest down with the big people. Them still down there, so. There's a lot of things that is about to happen that I feel sorry for a lot of people. It is so crazy, and it's about to get out of control that by the end of this month, we have something coming. Before the year done, we have a big problem coming. But we need to get ready for this. We need to be prepared for this, because it's about to get real. This is about to get real. This is the opportunity that you have right now to stack up your own. Everybody will have a little bit of cotton in the catches in a little country here or something like that. Cherish it. This is the time where you're going to need certain things to survive, because they are going to enforce this law to make it mandatory. They must come for you. They are coming for you. And people that are in Jamaica who have a visa right now, if you have a visa and you're in Jamaica right now, and you have somebody where you can left, it is a time right now for you to think about leaving. It is a time for you to borrow some money from Aunt Maggie and take a flight and go to somewhere else. Even come to the US, because guess what happened? It may sound stupid, but here what happen. At least the US big you can run up and down, because guess what happened? Enough of we illegal and run up and down for years and years and never get caught. Now is the opportunity, because you're going to have to get caught. If you're pitney have a visa and your pitney can't travel, now is a good chance right now. Starting tonight. Start to make some preparation on what you're going to do, because we are about to have a problem. And not only that though, whether or not you believe it or not, we are about to have a lockdown. We are about to have a lockdown. We have to have a lockdown. It's a must. We have to have a lockdown. In order to come out, you have to get something to come out. And if you get to come in, you're going to get something when you're coming in. Right? So you have to pick a choice of what you want. Everybody can't leave, because everybody don't have that luxury and that opportunity to leave. But what I'm trying to tell you, if you sit down there with a visa right now, right, and you want to sit there like an idiot, now is a chance for you to make some different preparation, because it's about to get real. That's what about to happen. The doctors are coming. No, this person said it start in the US. My friend, we know say US have that problem there. But what me I try to tell you say, they can't give everybody in the US, because people have their money and people have their job and people have the thing can survive. People there Jamaica are not survive and not try, they can't do nothing. They have to just work with whatever it is. So they might go have, guess what happened? They might go give out some little money again, and you're not going to have no choice, because you want little money if you're going where they are going now. Don't you understand what is about to happen? So there's a lot of things that we don't really understand. Say, you can't really come and cuss and you really can't come and talk or try to pick sense out and nonsense and so forth and all that. You cannot make somebody force you to do something that you don't want to do. You can't, let me tell you something. When me I go to school, right? And them call the vaccine there. And them take one big old long needle about so. And them shove that big old needle in your hand. And when you shove the big old needle in your hand, then they give one bitter sentence of a drink and so forth, right? My mother, right? The immunization card, my mother tell me, say, we have to go take it and so on. And when we go to school, them force us and some of us used to hide. Some people end up get away and never take it. But what I'm trying to tell you and so forth, now it's modern days, it's different. It is different now. Every people are going to go back to school, but you're going to have to go back to school with taking a vaccine. There's no way you're going to go back to school with not taking a vaccine. So either you're going to have to decide, say, you pick me, I go homeschool or pick me or whatever it is and so on. But we have a big problem on our hand where we have to understand, say, listen, you cannot trust none of these people because none of these people is really not for you in the first place. You understand? And guess what happened? You put on the dust mask, you can't breathe in the dust mask. Right? You have your little picture now, 12-year-old, and your son or your daughter have to go to school, have on dust mask. And the dust mask start bothering them and so forth. Them are going to complain to you and say, well, mommy, the dust mask start bothering me, I feel like I can't breathe. Here comes a vaccine that your picnic will have to take in order to get off the dust mask. What are you going to do? Are you going to pick a choice between a vaccine? Are you going to pick a choice between a dust mask? Or what is your next move? You see, them have a move, you know, but you don't have a move. And enough of you involve politics and talk about, well, it's labor. This is not about politics. This is about the compromising of your organs and compromising of your health. Right? You have to protect your health and you have to know what you can take from what you can take. And the people who are up in an age, who are sickly and so forth, a lot of them are going to find themselves take it because they have no choice because it's what have been forced on them. Right? There's a lot of problem we have and we don't understand. So at the end of the day, a lot of things are about to unfold. The numbers are high, things are going up, and it's going to be a vaccine. It has to be a vaccine. It is a must, it has to be a vaccine. And we're going to have that vaccine before the end. As a matter of fact, we already have the vaccine. Them just don't say when it is yet or when that, but there's already a vaccine. Don't think that they might make a vaccine and so all of this was all planned and everything set already. Them just waiting for the right time to drop it. What are the people going to do about it? What are they going to do about it? The whole world stop. And we foreign country are always going to be the guinea pig because we always are going to get things first. Them always are going to try things from. And then you have another set of people now. You have another set of people, and I don't want to get it wrong, you know. Them get up and them sit down in a church every day and talk about, say, God, I got to take them out of the problem. Them sit down and them pray every single day. The amount of prayer, them pray every day, and amount of times, God, I got to take us out of it. God said, no one to fall in like kingdom. So at the end of the day, if you want to sit in a church and pray every day and say, God, I take you out of it, this is not to do with God. This is mankind. I try to control things and do what they want to do. It's not to do with God. You don't have to look at about. I really can't talk about the US. I talk about England and Wales, you know, because guess what happened? England is big and the US is big and Canada is big. Other places is big. We small. A lot of us don't have it. First of all, let me tell you something. The average Jamaican cannot even afford, right? As a matter of fact, a lot of Jamaicans cannot afford a night dinner. I was down there the other day, and this is what I tell you, something is coming and something definitely wrong. I was down there the other day, and the cost of living and the liberty of a lot of people down there, it is out of control. And there's nobody there to protect them, and there's nobody there to help them. You get a care package of $10,000, and $10,000 is only 70 US. The minimum wage is only $6,200 and $7,000 minimum wage. They give you a minimum wages, and have you get any more money since they get the care package? No. Some of the people will get the care package, the minimum wage and so forth, right? The DSP, them get some money in the election time and that's about it. You don't get nothing more. So at the end of the day, look into the logic and so forth. They know what to do to get comfortable because they know that someone can do better. But what about the people who can do better? Right? When you have to take your little picnic, you know, and make them have to inject your picnic with something, because guess what happened? Them have to take the vaccine to go to school and all that and so forth. Are you going to be there to protect them? Because the kind of work I do, sometimes I don't even like the dust mask because it makes me stuffy, right? All of a sudden, dust mask become gold. Everybody wear dust mask. All who never hear about dust mask and so forth, them know so they don't want to wear the dust mask. So at the end of the day, it's gonna have to be a substitute for the dust mask. Take the vaccine and you don't wear the dust mask. Well, some people say, oh, me not take the vaccine, they can't force me. But when they come and give you $10,000 and so forth, what are you going to do? You're going to choose the $10,000 because you're broken pampers, or you want to take the vaccine? We already have, remember, we already have 10 pitch already, you know. We should have 10 pitch from day one for the virus start to climb, you know. Now we at four, almost at 5,000. We just have 10. The US just give us 10. The US just find it within their heart to give us some mobile tent hospital. Why they never give us the 10 from the beginning? We just have it now. So if we just get 10 now and so forth, what does that tell you? It's about to get real. It's about to get real. You understand what I'm saying? So we have a bigger problem and that, and it's up to the one who want to do. But underneath, you protect yourself right now. People, you have people working at the hotel field. People that work in the hotel field don't have any job. You gonna say that we have a problem? We have a widespread, but at the same time we have a widespread. You have tourists that come in our country. See and we are. So as me said to you, sir, if you have 10 tourists coming with the virus and them infected 10 people, and that the 10 people infected 10 people, and that 10, we already have enough on the ground already. How we gonna control what's on the ground? Lock down everything. Don't let in nothing. Try if someone can live and can curve it. No, it's a community spread. What does that tell you? Eh? Nothing in life is free. Nothing in this life is free. They're not going to give you a vaccine and feel like said a vaccine is free. There's something you have to give. And first of all, in order to give a vaccine, right? In order to give a vaccine, who's going to pay the doctor them to give out the vaccine? That is the thing you need to ask yourself. Who are going to pay them? Right? Do we have enough doctors to give out vaccine? We're going to get help to come in to give us the vaccine and teach the doctor them that how to give vaccine. Right? Who going to pay them? No. Money have been given to them for all of this. We always getting money to do things and so forth. You understand? We have a Chinese election. Right? Everything have been set the way it's supposed to set and so forth. Right? And someone will sit down right now and pray and say, well, Christmas I come, everything I go up my back. When? How? How it I go up my back and the plan to execute it? Well, we can't wait for go to do again. Well, guess what happened? You see the people who kill us and don't like to work and want to go to door? Or they're going to have to take a vaccine in order to go to door because I don't like out to door and I don't want to work. I don't like handout. Eh? Add me up, please. How would this I say add me up, please? Right? We have a listen, let me tell you something. How would this? Right? We listen, sometimes we come and we talk and may take it for granted and say, boy, people are that and people just are trying to make mischief and whatever. It's not mischief, it's logic. It is easy logic. It doesn't take a brain surgery to tell us that there's a problem. Them are crumbling right now. Because the problem about to start. Christmas about to come very early. Because I don't like free things. And look at the rest of look at Guyana. Guyana still up on lockdown, you know. Guyana up on lockdown. Guyana is on lockdown. Other Caribbean countries still on lockdown. So we're not on lockdown, but our lockdown is coming. And guess what happened? I'm not gonna say that Guyana them not gonna get a vaccine, but guess what happened? We are gonna get it first because guess what happened? We have an outbreak. We have a major outbreak, so we are priority. So people at Guyana and different parts of the country don't have to take it. You understand what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna be in the priority list. We are gonna be in the priority list because guess what happened? The money up on the table. Huh? I'm not gonna sit here and hold in the conversation and say people say Bill Gates. Let me tell you something. I don't know anything about Bill Gates, but I hear about Bill Gates and I can sit down and do it and say, well, Bill Gates, this and Bill Gates, that and all that, because me don't know what happened there in closed door with certain things, and me can't sit down and not Bill Gates, because guess what happened? All of them is in it. Eh? You have a creator of all of it. You have a manager. You have a vice president. You have a supervisor. And you have a watchman. And you have a bodyguard. So everybody. You understand? Let me see that person I said. You know, so that we had closed our bar. You know, so that we wish we could have that person. Yeah? We closed our case for one case, but we opened up our bar for 800. That, you know, something like that. I like it, you know. War in Jamaica, Andrew, around go Jamaica, mash up, kill them. Listen, that person right, you know, we closed this I never think about it like that. We closed the border for one case, but we open up the border for 800 case. So let me tell you something. I live in the US. And I was in Jamaica there. Remember one day Jamaica there. I mean, can't tell you this, sir. Let me see. It's about to get. Let me tell you. Hold on there. Let me tell you something, people. Me not care who don't like me, you know. Me not care who don't like me. But me I try to tell you something. You see that man that was saying by the PM? He's a wicked man. He is a liar and a wicked man. I'm going to say something right now where not found the people. Not found the people where we're not going to disagree with me. And I say it with no apology. You see when me hear say somebody... You see when time me hear say some of the government officials let me catch a COVID. Me not lie to you. Me not lie to you. Me glad. Me glad some of them catch it. Me glad that them are catch it and poor people are catch it, because some of them is a wicked son of a gun. I had the say, me as a Petersgill catch it. Robert Petersgill. I say, then Robert Petersgill no 70 almost yet he him catch it. Him catch it. Him catch it. How did Petersgill catch it? And that me want to know. Him catch it. Eh? Me have to shape me and I say, but a lot more of them need to catch it. Eh? A lot of them, it's me sound weird, a lot of them need to catch it. You understand? People, me I beg you, right? Me I beg you, please. If you don't listen to nothing me have to say, me not there disrespect nobody, me just there talk and make you know say there's a big problem. You see the PMP them, whether you don't like them or not, whether you don't like the PMP or not, you don't need to listen to them and pay attention to them, because them is the only source we have now can give us the legitimate information, because guess what happened? Them a pick around and them a know what go on. So you see when time they come and bite you a little piece in your ears, now run them. Sit down and listen to them and say, that a go on and what a go on. Listen to them. Because we don't have no other sources to give us. No. Listen, the JLP now give, and listen, this is not about a matter of who you want to vote for. We don't have nobody to give us no information right now. That's why I sound love Trump, because Trump telling them what I want. Trump can't tell him. And that me I try to listen to what the PMP them and say, them tell them, and them alone don't have right now for help. No. And them alone and scream. Then crumble them. Then mash up them party. But guess what happened? PMP never mash up them party. The Jamaica Labour Party mash up PMP. Eh? Them outnumber them. Them buy out everything. So guess what happened? I said to you right now. Pick a choice between your health and your organ or a dust mask. Pick your choice. Because you are going to hear the big announcement come. We have doctors in Jamaica that come to help us because there's a vaccine. There's more people that's going to dead. I'm not see people dead yet. I'm not see dead yet. Remember, them have one body bag will just coming. One body bag, you know. One body bag arrive down there, you know. And people are going to bury without you see a family member, you know. Your family member going to be buried without you going to the funeral and know what go on. It's about to get real. Right? It's about to get real. And you don't believe it and don't see what go on. Or you can't go and sit down and listen to them come on then suit and tie and tell about, oh, you need authorization. Let me tell you something. You see this whole authorization, what them I do? You see, I did the authorization when I was going down there. I did the authorization. I did it. But certain things I'm not going to say. I'm going to leave it alone. Because you're not sure your card when you're sure. You see the authorization, what they tell you to do? Stay away from the authorization. Stay away from the authorization. Listen to me I say. Them tell us that in order to come to Jamaica, you have to go online and you have to fill out an authorization 3 days before you travel. They're going to ask if you come across to anybody with any COVID. Did you have COVID? Them are going to ask you your address. Them are going to ask you your name. And them are going to ask you all that information. And they're going to say that, okay, we will get back to you within a certain time. Give your email 5 to 10 minutes. You're going to see an email come to your email and say, this is your authorization. You have been proved and have been given the proof to travel. You're so happy to fill out the authorization. You're so happy to travel. But you never ask yourself the question, why do I need an authorization to travel? What is the person? What is the purpose? So if you ask me if me have COVID, we can't tell you no, don't. If me go on somebody who have COVID, don't, we can't tell you no, don't. If me take the test, don't, we can't tell you no, don't. So what is the purpose of having an authorization of entering the country? And when you land at Jamaica, you get when you go before you go on the airline, then scan it and so forth. And when you reach at Jamaica and so forth, you give them your authorization paper. What is the purpose of having an authorization paper? What does it does? What it do? Because all the questions you answer, nobody now tell the truth. Everybody a lie on it. So if me say no upon it and me have COVID and going and so forth and all that, the truth is not on it. So what sense does it make? Look into me and say, what sense does it make? What is it doing? What is the purpose of having an authorization? It doesn't do anything. 72 hours and you get proved within no time. Let me tell you something. If them slow up on anything, it's slow to get a birth certificate, it's slow to get a passport, it's slow to get a driver's license. It is very fast to get an authorization. Within 10 to 15 minutes, there's an email to come to say that you are approved to travel. Eh? What is the purpose? And when you go to the airport and you get on the paper, they ask you the same question. You already answer already on the paper, you know. The same question, you know. And the same question you answer, you tell them the same thing already. After you already tell one bag of lie on the paper, you tell them the same lie again, and you all forget the lie where you tell already, and you tell them a different lie, and they still let you in and so forth. Eh? And then it's a quarantine for 14 days and so forth. Are you really going to quarantine for 14 days? Do you have a thermometer? No. Do you have a phone? No. Where you stay? May I stay at John Brown and so forth. But you really stay up all. Does it make any sense? We don't ever think about that. Well, the post just come out of the bag and tell you, let me tell you something. You say if you don't have to go there, if you don't have to go down there, right now, it's maybe a good time to go there. Right now, this minute, but it's going to come up and stay away from that place. Stay away from there. If you have somewhere you can go, left. Stay away from there. The authorization don't make no sense. It's a trap. It is a trap. Worse if you have a Jamaican passport again. If you have a Jamaican passport, dog, name your supper, man. You have to go get vaccine. You soon have to left straight from the airport and go straight go take a vaccine as you land. You soon don't need 14 days no more. You soon only need after 24 hours you can go up on the road. Anyway, people, I gone. It's up to you to learn these things. Remember, I never come and diss nobody. I never come and put on nobody. I come and tell you the logic. Look at the logic. The authorization I want to take. Enter the country, on soon have to go take a vaccine, and the vaccine one I go take. Within 24 hours, you can go up on the road, and you're not going to need no dust mask, and you're not going to need to do no quarantine. And guess what happened? I really do believe that Christmas is going to be a really, really, really excited one for someone. It's going to be this Christmas is going to be a different kind of Christmas. Because why? No for no one to travel. No for no one to go down, but I'm not going to do whatever it is because I don't want to go down there. What this Christmas is going to be like? What does Christmas going to be like going to Jamaica? What is it going to be like? Rethink your trip. It's about to get real. Go and go on the Jamaica People's National Party and watch what go on, because them are the only source you have. Them are the only one right now can tell you what go on. And this, they never pay me and they never beg me for contact. Fuck. Anyway, wanna follow all my page them, right? Follow all my page them. I'll save the video right now, because I know it will come down. I know it will come down, so I'll save it. Follow all my pages. Instagram, YouTube, and all of that. It is very important to follow them. But I need you to go sit down and listen to what me say and pay attention to it. Because guess what happened? It's about to get real and you're about to be in a problem. School about to open and the vaccine. We're going to have a very excited Christmas. A very excited Christmas we're going to have. Are you prepared for it? It's coming. It's start already. And it's about to start. Wait this week and see what I go up this week. There's more coming. Big up on yourself, Dr. Love to the world, yeah? Follow, like the page and share the page. Follow my Instagram, Real Dr. Love Music. Go check out the website, MCCH Record Label, and look out for the compilation that come out and so forth. It's up to you if you don't have to believe it or not. You see me I say? I am here for you. Big up on yourself and love all.